Hello everyone, welcome back to Navanir Classes. Hope you all are doing great and studying hard for your Unit 1 test, which is just round the corner. I'm here to help you with the question answers of Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. So without wasting time, let's get started. Questions and discussion. So there I have given two questions here which I want you to write it by yourself. Alright, the first question is, what does Nelson Mandela's journey from prisoner to president teach us about courage, sacrifice and the powerful of perseverance in the face of injustice? Question number 2, what does freedom mean to you? How can Mandela's legacy inspire us to stand up for the rights and dignity of all the people in our world today? You can submit the answers for these two questions in my Insta ID Navanir Classes, alright? And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Let's get started. These are your 2-marker question answers, alright? Who was Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela was a South African freedom fighter who fought against the policy of apartheid, racial discrimination. He became the first black president of South Africa in 1994. Question number 2. What does Mandela mean by an extraordinary human disaster? Mandela refers to apartheid, the system of racial discrimination in South Africa, as an extraordinary human disaster because it deprived black people of their basic rights and dignity. Question number 3. Why does Mandela thank the international leaders at his inauguration? Mandela thanked the international leaders because their presence showed support for South Africa's transition from apartheid to democracy and recognized the sacrifices made by the people in the struggle for freedom. Question number 4. What ideals did Mandela set for the future of South Africa? Mandela envisioned a democratic and free society where all people, regardless of race, lived together with equal opportunities, peace and justice. Question number 5. According to Mandela, what is freedom? Mandela explains that freedom is not merely the absence of chains. True freedom means living with dignity, having equal rights and respecting the freedom of others. Question number 6. How did Mandela's understanding of freedom change with age? As a child, Mandela thought freedom meant doing whatever he liked. As he grew older, he realized that true freedom involves securing rights and dignity for all people, not just ourselves. 7. What did Mandela learn about courage? Mandela learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the trump over it. A brave person is one who conquers fear and continues despite it. 8. Why does Mandela say that both the oppressor and the oppressed are robbed of their humanity? The oppressed lose their freedom and dignity, while the oppressor becomes trapped by hatred, prejudice, and injustice. Thus, both are deprived of their humanity. 9. What is the central theme of Long Walk to Freedom? The central theme is the struggle for freedom, equality, human dignity, and democracy. The lesson highlights the importance of courage, sacrifice, perseverance in achieving justice. Okay, these are the 5-marker question answers. How did Nelson Mandela's understanding of freedom change as he grew older? We have seen 2-marker, now this is the 5-marker. As a child, Mandela believed freedom meant doing what he wanted. such as playing and moving about freely. As a young man, he wanted personal freedom like education, employment, and a family. Later, he realized that these freedoms are meaningless when his peoples were not free. He understood that true freedom means equal rights, dignity, and opportunities for all. This realization inspired him to fight against apartheid and work for the freedom of all South Africans. Question number 2. What are the twin obligations that Mandela talks about? Why were they difficult to fulfill? This is one of the important questions. Mandela says every person has two obligations, one to his family and another to their community and the country. In South Africa, under apartheid, it was difficult for black people to fulfill both obligations because they were denied basic rights and freedom. Mandela found that serving his people in the struggle against racial discrimination often kept him away from his family. Therefore, balancing these obligations became a challenge. Question number 3. Why does Mandela say that both the oppressors and oppressed are robbed of their humanity? Mandela believed that apartheid harmed both groups. The oppressed were denied freedom, dignity, and human rights. The oppressors, on the other hand, lost their humanity because they became prisoners of hatred, prejudice, and fear. According to Mandela, a person who takes away another's freedom is also not truly free, does both suffer under a system of injustice. Question number 4. Courage is not the absence of fear but the trump over it. Explain the statement. Mandela learned that brave people are not those who never feel fear. Instead, courage means overcoming fear and continuing to do what is right. During the struggle against apartheid, Mandela often felt fear, but he did not allow it to stop him from fighting for justice. His life demonstrates that true courage lies in facing challenges despite fear and remaining committed to one's own principles. 5. What message does Mandela give about freedom and human dignity? Mandela teaches that freedom is the basic human right and cannot exist if others were oppressed. He emphasizes that all people deserve dignity, equality, and respect regardless of race or background. He also believes that freedom carries the responsibility of respecting the freedom of others. His message encourages people to work for justice, peace, and equality in society. Question number 6. How did Mandela's hunger for freedom change his life? Mandela's desire for freedom began as a wish for personal liberty. As he grew older, he realized that his people were suffering under apartheid and lacked basic rights. This understanding transformed him from an ordinary young man into a freedom fighter. He sacrificed his personal comfort, family life, and career to fight for justice and equality. His hunger for freedom ultimately helped bring democracy to South Africa and inspired people around the world. Alright, with this we come to an end of question answers. Hope it was useful. Hope it was useful for you, and I'm sure if you learn this question, you will be able to attempt all the questions that comes in the exam. All the best for your exam. Thank you.